Hello, happy Wednesday. I know it's kind of strange. I'm streaming on a Wednesday today, but that's mostly because I'm not heading into work today, so therefore I have plenty of time. Hello stacking. Hello Blackout Roman. How is Zilby doing today? I'm doing fine. Zilby is sitting underneath his the chair that I sort of put in the middle of the room. Uh Sort of just hanging out. Zilby, hi. Wanna wanna come and hang out here? I made the mistake. Um. Oh, you accidentally forgot to take this week off. So I wasn't going to take this week off, but then I was talking with my boss, and he was like, why don't you just take the week off? Now I did have to do a little bit of work because I didn't like take the week off until Friday. So there were some things that I needed to take care of like here and there throughout the day, and to be on call for some other stuff. But like for the most part, I've been able to just like actually relax. And it's tomorrow I'm traveling, which means that I am probably gonna do a normal stream again today. So just until like 8:15, 8:30 or so, and then go off and like do a lot of chores and a lot of other things in preparation. Zilby, do you wanna come up here? Hi. Wanna come up here? No? Yes? Hi. Nope, he wants to hang out there. Well anyways, we have I I was I was trying to figure out a better ways to like have the camera so you can actually take a look at him nicer. I suppose I could like zoom in too, but then if he changes position, it'll be like too zoomed in. I almost feel like I need like to put 3 or 4 different cameras around the room focusing on different areas and then switch to that. But then that just feels too much. Okay, so what are we working on today? Oh, right, we're working on we are continuing to work on a drone. You know, my brain had gone there. Like my thought, like I actually thought, hey, what if I have a drone that like flies around and follows Zilby? But then I realized that drones are loud, and Zilby hates little things that aren't like, even us. Like if we follow him, he thinks he starts getting chased and he starts freaking out and running away. If that happens, it would be both hilarious and really sad at the same time, because then the drone would just be following him throughout the house as he's running from hiding place to hiding place, and the drone keeps on finding him, which would be terrible. I know, exactly. No cat chasing drones. That's the only problem. The other thing I thought of was like, well I could put a camera on Zilby, but then you don't see Zilby. You see, what he sees, which is probably interesting. But I have some projects in mind that we could do. I wanna build him a new feeding station, and then potentially we could put a camera on it so that when he comes up to it, it like takes a photo of him / like a little video of him. Put that on Discord. But I just like I need the projects always take time. Like that's the sucky part, is time. I figure like I think I mentioned yesterday, my schedule is I'm building the LMS, building a course for the LMS, start getting that sold, and while people are going through that, I'll be able to like update the course and like update little things in there. I will have time during stream then to work on a new project. So something. You just have to decide what fun thing we want to build. It could be something like some piece of hardware connected to a camera that can like look at Zilby. I don't know. We'll have to decide. All right. So what are we working on here? All right. Well, I started I relaunched VS Code, and I'm not using the workspace the VS Code workspace like I did last time. Instead, I just launched VS Code at the base of the full stack to do Rust course repo. I launched the database and the server, and when I start trunk, these are the errors that we're getting, which looks a lot better. So I'm hoping that this is going to be a little bit better than like what I was trying to do previously. It does make me think that doing something in like NVim, like NeoVim, setting up that might be the way to go for like multi-projects or like smaller projects, but all working together and being able to switch back and forth. That might be better. But okay, let's jump back into it. Now you don't see any problems here, but we see problems in here. So if I open up add task, of course, Rust Analyzer failed to discover workspace. I guess, does that mean I need to throw in a cargo.toml? Why do I have a cargo lock here? Let's remove you. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Also, hello, Lawnmo. Okay. You know, sometimes, yeah, okay. So we need that. So okay, let's do this. In here, we'll do a cargo.toml. I forget what this looks like. It's like workspaces or something. Workspace. Oh, members. There we go. Okay. Members. And then I want this to be... Now this is going to be interesting because I have this in backend, Rust, Axum. I wonder how that's going to work. Because I've only ever had like one direct child in a folder. So I have Axum... no, wait, this is not Axum. I want front end. Front end Rust U solution. So can I just call this solution? Normally it's a workspace per cargo.toml. Let's find out. So if I name you solution. In before I break everything. I mean, that's a good prediction. I was just thinking, like, this is probably the gambling we could do with channel points if we wanted to. Is like, hey, do I give up on this and go back and just open up everything in different VS Code instances? Because if I give myself like 15 minutes to like fix this, that might be a thing. All right, root scan there. We're in here, but no errors showing, so that's a thing. Gamble all. We can set that up. I think I can set that up pretty quickly. Okay, you just copy relative path on the toml, paste that, and remove the cargo.toml from it. Okay, let's try it. So relative path on the toml. Here. Before I do that, we're gonna do a start a prediction. Wow, this is start a new prediction. Oh, this is an old one. Name the prediction. Will Brooks get workspaces working in 15 minutes or less? Yes or no. Submission period is 30 seconds. What? Oh, too many. Okay, you're gonna get 30 seconds to predict that. Okay, so what are we doing? We are 7:09, so we have until 7:25. I guess, and how many rabbit holes we jump down? Oh god, that'd be too much. Okay, so we're gonna try this thing. So we're gonna find front end. Where are you? Front end Rust U solution. Here's our cargo.toml. So if I open up and get the relative path, we're gonna come into here and use this instead. Remove the cargo.toml. Come on, remove. Root scan 0 out of 0. That's a good. Failed to discover workspace. Now, that vote was too quick. Oh no. Okay. I told it to be 30 seconds, but maybe it wasn't. Let me try. Manage prediction. Let me delete and return points. Let me try again. Manage prediction. Start prediction. Same one, but 1 minute. Wait. Oh, it doesn't have the previous prediction anymore. Okay, so will workspaces work by 7:25 a.m. Brooks's time. All right, that's 1 minute. You don't like that? Why can't I start? Oh, come on. Yes. No. Start prediction. There we go. Try it again. Figma, which is bought by Adobe, is based on Wasm. Really? I didn't realize that. Oh, also Sukantian. Hello. Is Wasm already used commercially, or is this a fun project? Well, this is a tutorial project, so yes, fun and commercial eventually. But not really good indication of like real life. But yes, it is being used. It's being used in several different reasons. Oh yeah, Microsoft going in all in on Blazor. Yes, a lot of big companies are like slowly starting to use it. Expected to sort of like explode in popularity soon. All right, so that didn't work. Yes, that's not working. Okay, so we have cargo.toml, we have workspace members. Is this correct? Did I do this one wrong? I wonder if I need to cargo.toml workspace members do the same thing that I do everywhere else. So in front end, have a cargo.toml, put in a workspace. Come on. Oh, workspace full manifest? Oh, interesting. Okay, I didn't realize there was all that stuff. Members, and then I want front end Rust. Okay, so front end Rust. Okay, so I'm in here in Rust, and then U is next. So U. Then I want to duplicate this inside of U. I don't know. What do you think? Oh, come on. Workspace members. Okay, so then in here is going to be solution. Still failing to discover. I didn't save you. I'm not seeing anything. Okay, let's try quitting and relaunching. Google Maps is WASM. I did not realize that. Okay, so let's try this again. Open up code here. It's running something. Okay, so if I open up add task. Hey, look at this. Okay. So we're getting errors in here. We're getting errors in here. Okay, so what did I do? We have this cargo toml that tells me to go into straight to solution. This never updated? Did I not save that? Oh, strange. Okay. Huh. Let's start you again. CD. Okay, so then I want to CD to front end Rust U solution. Serve. It's rebuilding it and putting it into, I think, the base of the project. Okay, so this is all working. So that means that none of these other cargo.tomls that I have are necessary in whatever. So we have this cargo.toml, we have cargo lock, and we have now a target here, and those are fine. This is gray, so it's no longer caught. So it's not going to be pushed up. That's good. So front end, we have this cargo.toml, so I don't need you at all. So we can, also this would need to be Rust. I don't know. Okay, got confused. Getting confused. So we don't need you. You needs a cargo. Interesting. This one has cargo.toml, so I don't need you anymore, I don't think. Well, hi Zilby. And then solution obviously has its cargo.toml. So my guess is if I turn off Rust Analyzer and turn it back on again, it should still work. Yeah, okay. So the original idea was correct. It was create a cargo.toml in the root of the project. Oh, wait, what? Didn't I open this up earlier and it was just solution? I'm so confused. I mean, yes. I think I really confused myself. Also, am I just like, I mean, it's very possible I am just insane now. This is the side effect of building stuff in early in the morning. Okay, cargo.toml, you're this. We have no more cargo.tomls in here. Okay, you don't even show Rust Analyzer yet. So let's open up add task. Yeah, and it's working. Well, regardless, we got it working. That's a good thing. Also Zilby's here, so can turn this camera. Trying to like, he doesn't like the arm boom. He's slightly scared by it because it's like so large and it moves. And he doesn't like things that move that don't, like he can't tell why they're moving. All right, we'll do that. Magic, yeah, I think you had an extra cargo.toml, one a layer lower. Oh, how do I have one layer lower? This should be the lowest layer. Yeah, I don't know, but it's working. So this is the way to do it. Oh, you mean in front end? Possibly. So in front end, well, I had created some. I wonder if that's like the reason why it didn't work originally. But now I deleted all of those, and so we have a cargo.toml here with members. We're just looking at this one. We tell it where the project is, and then we go from there. So regardless, that means that the prediction is done. You had, well, the one voter had 100% confidence in me. Unfortunately, nobody voted no. I don't know. Oh, it's a return ratio 1-to-1. Does that mean you win the 500 points? I don't know. Choose outcome. Yes. Yes. Okay, there we go. So the only problem is I think I don't have enough people here to do like the channel point challenges. I don't get enough it doesn't get enough responses. I think I need to wait until I have more people coming, and then we can do interesting predictions. In the meantime, okay. Somebody reached out to me on. Oh, you voted on the first one, not the second one. Yeah, okay. I need to leave them up for like 5 minutes. Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't really used that feature very much. So we did 30 seconds. That was terrible. 1 minute was like too short also. So like maybe we'll try a 5-minute one next time. So somebody, the Mad Bastard on Discord reached out to me, said he has some problems with you. I can't show up to ask during a stream today, but we'll be leaving some something in course help. So just sort of like an announcement, I mentioned if I'm gonna look in there and I'm gonna try out, but if you all see it too, we'd love to sort of hop on and help out the community when we have problems. Okay, let's jump into back to this. So solution. Okay, so we have all of these problems. 14. No method named isSum for type U32. Right, because now... Right, I believe we did this last time where we were able to extract the task ID just directly now using this use location, unwrap, query, nav ID. So we just get it out directly, which is nice, which means you are just... If task is some, like, it is guaranteed to be something right now because otherwise we crash. So I don't need this if statement at all. I think you just always exist. This is task edit buttons. Do I not want this to be an unwrap then? Maybe I want this to remain a option. Oh, this is a result. I want to convert this into an option maybe. Error. No, I want some. Okay. So I can do okay, and that gives me an option with the T inside. Does that crash? We already had an unwrap on it. Okay, so that gives me the current route. That should work here now. So task ID. What was this entire thing? How do I use this? Task edit buttons. This was the way I originally had it. And clearly it was an option after I had it. Can do an... I guess like also a map. This is gonna be the... I guess the ID, and then I want the ID.ID. Oh, that's weird. That gives me that. You want type U32. Found this option. Okay, so I need to remember exactly how this thing works. So, task edit buttons. I want to switch back to... Hold on. Let's work in progress. Commit all of you. Let's switch back to main. Okay, so we grab... Oh, I don't have my stuff in there, so it's really gonna be unhappy now. That's fine. So we grab the current route, which is this route. We match on you to give some ID from this. And then the rest of this does its thing. So this then, we're doing just a full unwrap here. Which makes it feel like there's no reason for it to be... It almost makes it feel like there's no reason that we don't know what it is. Edit test buttons. Like, this thing isn't in charge of not displaying it, right? Hold on. Let's go back to... This is in molecules. Okay, so edit task buttons. Where are you being used in? Probably the nav bar. Okay, so here's the edit task buttons. If we're logged in, just display the edit task buttons here. So we might not have the task IDs. Like, that's an actual possibility. We might not have them. Which is why we then now down here need to check to see if task ID is something. Display these buttons. Otherwise, always display the add task. But sometimes we have edit and delete, but this is only if we're in an edit thing. Okay, so we need to change up how we're doing this. Okay, so we have current routes. So nav ID gives us these things, which is fine. It's an option if you have the ID. I guess we don't really care which one it is. So we can probably map here, and we'll have nav ID. It's nav ID.id. So that gives us this. Then you can be a task ID directly in here, and we don't care about you anymore. Now in here, this is an option. This is a delete on click. This can only ever be called if the task ID is something. So therefore, we're okay with unwrapping it here because we know we have it. So we're going to unwrap you. And then you're an option now, so we only display this if it's something. Okay. Okay. And that's this file done. Cannot find function, use history. Okay, so the use history, I believe that became navigation now. Now we're using this history. We're creating a logout on click. And so we're getting the history from use history. And then, you know what? I keep on forgetting. Pretzel Rocks does that. That's the reason why I don't have the music. Is because it makes it so I can't actually read chat. And I don't want to pay them because I've had weird problems with that in the past. So okay, so use history. Let's continue on. So here's this history. So we clone the history here again, or we're going to pass it into here. What's the point of this? History push route home. Okay, so the entire point of this is that we can then say, hey, we're going home after this. Okay, so I believe this is use navigation now. Use navigator. We should always be able to safely unwrap you as long as we're within the browser router. That's navigator. Okay, so I could rename you to navigator. Now, you're upset only because you expect a reference. Okay, and that's that. No function or associated item named render. Right. Okay, so here we are in the library and we have this switch. It's now going to be render equals, we don't have to do this entire switch thing. We just pass in the switch function. Expected function signature, function route found. Oh, a reference route. Yes, and then that's the next thing. This function itself no longer takes a reference to route. It just takes in, well, a route. Okay, so type U30, right, because these aren't references anymore, I don't have to do any shenanigans with this. Makes that nice. Unresolved import, urouter hooks use history. Okay, so no use history. Why do I have that? Let's bring in the prelude. That'll be nicer. I don't have any other urouter in here, do I? Okay, here's that use history. So we know that this is going to become a navigator. And we're using it exactly as that. So let's, this becomes a use navigator. Navigator. And then you become references here. Okay, add task. Arguments to this function are incorrect. Expected a mutable reference. Found a struct. Oh, right. The UDEX store has changed. Okay, so we're finally running into that problem. So we have this dispatch here, which are dispatch clone up here. Yeah, look. Okay, so we have the RC and we have the dispatch. Okay, so that's fine so far. What are you upset about? Arguments to this function are incorrect. Expected a mutable reference. Hook context found dispatch store. Wait, what? What's going on? Am I just calling itself? Add task. It's, oh, this is so confused. Let's change this to component. And maybe you'll figure out what you're looking for. Oh, now you're happy. Oh, okay. I get it. So I believe that this, okay, that was a problem just because my add task component had the same name. I kind of wonder how that worked before. I think they changed. I think the macro for creating the component has changed, and so just renaming this to something else made that work. Okay. Use history. So we know this has to be a use navigator. This history, yeah, it's the same thing. So navigator, and this becomes a reference. Okay. On submit now is no longer a focus event, now is a submit event. Where is that? That's on submit. Yeah, take me there. You are now a submit event. Okay. Let's do uRouter prelude here. Did uRouter not have a prelude before? I want to say that it didn't. And now having a prelude is actually going to make some things a little bit nicer. Unused import that. Well, we have this new use. We're about to use it. Use navigator. Here's that history. And you get a reference. And you're fixed up. Okay. 6 more errors. Cannot find function use history. Okay, so same exact thing again. Use navigator. We probably have, oh, this one has use router prelude. Okay. Use navigator history becomes navigator. And you become a reference. Again. Yeah, majority of our problems seem to be the use history right now. Okay, so this is uRouter was there. Maybe it did exist and I just forgot to use it. Use navigator. Okay, on submit becomes a submit event, which makes so much more sense. Now, I wonder if I do a submit event, can I actually get stuff out of here? I just want to check. If I do submit event dot, what can I get? Current target. Okay, I can do the prevent default still. I can get the submitter, which is an HTML element, or I can get the target, which is the event target, but still not really like the exact thing. I don't think I can get the form fields, because there is a way to do that with JavaScript. I have to do something like a new form field or something like that, and then I can just grab them out. It's pretty nice. You're not a fan of the whole prelude thing. If the community is going to abuse it, then let the compile just auto import it like Swift and the new version of C#. It does feel like you have to use it. It feels that way. Now, you definitely can't. Although, like, it just makes it like when you refactor, there's less warnings you have to deal with. So it's pure laziness. HMTL. How did this work? How did that component work ever? Okay, so use router. This is now going to be a okay. So let's first start. Here we can just do this. Use. Okay, we'll just remove the entire line then. Fine. You become a use navigator. Change you to navigator. And you to a reference. And then that way, yeah, we could do this and just like slowly stop using the prelude. I don't know. I go back and forth on it. Because like Rust Analyzer does help with imports, automatic imports. So I really don't think I have a preference one way or the other. Okay, so our login reducer takes in this dispatch. We're getting the dispatch. We dispatch reduce. Okay, and then we're doing like all this stuff to make changes to it. So I believe with new Udux I can do dispatch dot reduce mute. That gives, okay, so we do our callback function. We just get the store. It's now just mutables. Now I can just say store dot username equals the auth response dot data dot username store dot token auth response dot data dot token, and I don't need to return the store anymore. I think it's just this now. Borrow of moved value priority. Okay, so priority here is a vnode. Where does that? Okay, text equals priority. Let priority equal, okay, so it's a string. We task priority, unwrap, or else, okay, C to, okay, so we create a C if it's not that. Interesting. How did that ever work? So we're going to clone you here. And then we're happy. You think the community just needs to settle on one style? If the library makers are going to abuse it, then just make a new edition of Rust and let it auto import. I could see that. I can see that too. Yeah, I could see that being a Clippy linter, where it's like, hey, I know we allow you to do that, but best practice, you've put in. It looks like you put in like a lot of things into the prelude, or maybe just like get rid of the prelude, because like sort of thinking about it more, what's the point of the prelude? Absolute essentials are added in there, but in the end, it just hides. It just sort of like hides the complexity and makes it so that it's not even magic. It's just auto importing stuff without showing you what it is. I could almost imagine doing, what is it, like Python style, where you just say like, hey, use I don't know, like you router colon star, and then that would be the equivalent of just everything that it exports. Just put that in here. I don't really care, and then we just have access to it, and that could take the place of a prelude. But then it's a we want that to happen thing from the end user side, as opposed to, now we have to do it from something else. So yeah, I can get behind that. Okay. Cannot find function startup in create u because startup is gone. It's now that renderer. So it's now render. Was it something like render? So I think it's like this. Expected one argument, found 0. How is this supposed to be used? So you render. Oh, is it default now? I don't remember anymore. Uncle Scientist, hello. Oh, and you're rating. Welcome, raiders, and thank you so much, Uncle Scientist. How is your stream today? Were you working on the Advent of Code again? I know you spent a lot of time preparing for that, and I saw other streams that you were working on it. So how is it going? We did days 19, 20, and 21 today. Oh, awesome. So yeah, it means you're caught up. That's great. All right. Well, today, everybody, we are working on updating a solution project for an Introduction to You course that I created a while ago. The version of You updated from 0.19 to 0.20. And so we're doing like the major sort of like update path for it, which is always interesting to do. Gotta run. Well, thank you so much again, Uncle Scientist, for the raid, and have a great rest of your day. So we think it's new. Okay, so not default. We think it's potentially new. And I'm not actually looking at the instructions for this. I probably should. Type annotations needed. Okay, so then I need that here potentially. Turbofish syntax, and this is going to be our app. Unused render that must be used. Renderer does nothing unless render is called. I mean, that looks weird. Let's take a look. Let's go find documentation and like verify if that's actually what is supposed to happen. Let's go to URS. So we're in 20. Oh no, that's exactly what it is. You render the main sort of a component, the app component, new, and then render. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Okay. All right, then, okay. We only have a warning now that we're not using this deref. Oh, because we didn't need that anymore. Okay. Is it working? Let's try a, okay, we're in solution. Try a trunk serve here. Okay, so that's localhost port 8080. Localhost port 80. Hey, look at this. Okay. So that seems to be working. Let's then run our tests. Now, where are those? Those are in integration tests, front end test. Yeah, just right here. So we're going to do npm test. No, npx cypress open. Hello, Julian308. Okay, so we'll start you with Electron. We'll run our to-do test, and let's see if these all work now. So far, so good. Uh-oh. That didn't work. Huh. I wonder if I think those edit buttons aren't showing up. Everything else seems to be working. So yeah, and the error message that goes away after 10 seconds, but we wait for 31 seconds. Yeah, that's all working. Okay, so what failed here? Should be editable. So we're going to get data test edit. We expected to find data test edit, but never found it. Okay. Can you ask a question about your code? Yeah, absolutely. That's not the right one. I think it was edit buttons. Task edit buttons. Okay, so here's this data test edit right here, which means this never got put in here. Okay, so if I click into, yeah, look at that, it's gone. It's not here. So I have this localhost 8080 task 4436. I want to do okay, so we have use location. Okay, you made a while loop for a menu and closed it after your input, but how can you go back to the menu? Is this like a U application? Like, what's the context? Is like a web app? Okay, it's Python. So it's backend. It's Python. Python is for the most part synchronous unless you do weird asynchronous threading type stuff. Is running. Okay, so you made a while loop for a menu and closed it after your input, but how do you go back to the menu? Like, you have like a menu showing. Is this CLI or is this like graphical stuff? And true print. I mean, it's for a school, but is it command line only? Like you're not doing like a graphical one, right? Graphical ones like usually require you to use like some kind of framework for it, so it's probably a different way to like go back and do that. So it's command line. So you open up like a terminal, it's all inside there. That makes sense. Like I think a lot of schools don't make you do graphical like buttons that look pretty. It's year one, so not really complicated. Okay. So you're in a command line. You see a menu printout. It's waiting. Okay, and you have a is running true while it's running. You print those things out. Uh, okay, then you're getting the input. So the input then waits for a user to type in something and hit return, or yeah, probably types in something and hit return. I believe that Yeah, after while loop, just reprint print the menu. That's probably what I would do. I'm trying to remember because like I did this. I took a Python course a long time ago, and I made a craps game, and I'm trying to remember how I made the menu. I think what I did was I had a class that for the menu, and I printed out the class, and I would just rerun the method for the menu, and then I would choose which menu I wanted to run, and then run that method. So I would probably go with stacking here. Um, Put that while loop in a function, and then you can call the function whenever you want to display the menu. Because that way you can like display menu, get the input, do something based on the input, display menu again. And potentially you might have like a loop that is like going through and looping through and saying, okay, uh, at the beginning of everything, display the menu, get the input, run whatever function it is, and then end the loop, go back to the front again, which then displays the menu again. And that way, you always are like stuck in the menu, if that makes sense, from the user's point of view, which is usually what you want. Because if you want to quit, your do stuff is just exit. Does that help? Okay. We also, as seniors devs, kind of have a moral about giving homework answers, and more subreddits are banning it. By the way, oh yeah, that's true. I think we haven't given you the answer. We've given you logic. We've given you like some logic to try, but you're still gonna have to do it yourself. Okay, so what's going on? This task ID clearly is not displaying. I wonder. Oh, okay, I wonder if I can do a like printout, and I could say something like, "Yeah, we should be more careful about that." I'll think about like how to present it, because I do want to eventually go into like office hour type things where it's like, okay, let's like work through stuff, which could include helping people in courses that I am not creating, that is actually like an official school or something else. That I think we can help, but we do have to be careful not to go into actually just giving the answer away. So, Julian, because we accidentally gave you the answer before we realized it was is schoolwork, here's what I would like you to do as an as a teacher. Explain to us why it works or doesn't work, and then we'll let you continue on working on that solution to see if it does work. Oh yeah, that's fine. When you get it to the point where it either is or isn't working, um, I would love to come back and explain to us like what's going on. Um, like and even if you just do it to yourself, like if it takes too long and I'm done with the stream, try to explain it out loud to yourself. And this is like for anybody who's doing any learning type things, this is like a magical way of like learning something really fast. Explaining out loud as if it's to somebody else how something works or doesn't work can help us understand a lot more. Okay, so I want to take a look at this task ID. Can I does not implement display. Okay, so I can do maybe an asref and then that gives me, oh, but I don't want to do an unwrap because that's going to crash, isn't it? Okay. We'll have to do this we'll have to do this here. So I want a glue console log. We should discuss how far we want to go with the coursework channel for the courses you make. Yeah, that's a good point. I think once I get, it's probably going to be like all stuff. Like right now, it's like free YouTube videos, so like nobody's paying anything for it. So therefore, there's really like low expectations. Once I start selling courses, everything changes, and and yeah, that's gonna be a thing. I one thing I want to work on and create, and it's something that I had when I was a teacher before. We created a like a help app. Uh, it was almost, I think of it like a really rudimentary ticketing system where anybody who was like taking a course would ask for help by filling out a form that would then show up in a sort of like a list, and we had other students as much as possible go through and help each other. It's like, oh, I know that thing, I ran into that, let me go help you out. I would like, I want to get to that point because like that's how you can learn really really well, is by helping others. Yes, there is definitely the like, we need to figure out how to make sure it's like not just giving the solution. Maybe we can have like a micro course that you have to take to learn how to help. Um, or I can just like constantly show and do a lot of monitoring and a lot of modeling too. That could potentially work. Okay, so we're gonna do task ID and then pass in a reference to task ID unwrap or default. The trait bound. Okay. U30. Okay, so I probably want as ref unwrap. Or maybe I just clone it. Oh, there it goes. We clone it. Okay, so let us see. No, what? No. No. Wait, where am I? I'm in Finder. Why am I in Finder? Task ID 0. So it's not finding these tasks. That's a problem. Okay, so that explains that. Just use crate version 001 for all crates, and the task is to upgrade all. Why do you hate us so much? Yeah. Okay, so this task ID is none. Is a none right now. So let's take a look at what's going on. So we use location, unwrap, query. Oh, it's a query. The query is not right. The query is not right. The okay. Huh. So I have ID here. Path gives me the full path. Query string, that's not right. Do you know what this ID is? Okay, hold on. Let's in router. Oh yeah, I have it as ID right here. So I wonder if that would work. No? Wait, yes? We have the buttons here. You're still 0? Why are you still 0? Task ID. I'm so confused. Why are you 0? Okay. Let's try throwing this in here. We'll do a span. Okay, so this is going to be task ID. Yeah, this is showing 0. Okay, so if we take a look at add task, what's going on with this A tag? So A class, it just, there's no href? What? Are you crashing? You worked. What is what? No, okay, here's an href. What is this? I'm going to assume you're running at the root level is causing path issues. Possibly. It's going to, okay, so this is, okay, so line 46. What's going on in line 46? Wait. Solution, components, add-ons. Oh, BB link. So this is actually the BB link thing. Oh, so that's the style sheet thing. So we choose which style sheet it is. I return the link type. Weird. We're doing this link route. Okay, so 2 is this. Classes, we add in the classes of the style sheet. The classes here for you router, what do you expect this to be? Classes. Cool. The preferred way of creating this is using the classes macro. Am I sure this project ran at any point in time? I mean, yes. It literally runs right now. I don't know why, but it literally, like, this shows the how well HTML works despite doing just weird things to it. Okay. Oh, you know what? This is a look at this. This is a class. Okay, it's class. I got it. So we have this stylist, this, and then we have okay, that stuff. So we put in the style sheet, style source, choose style sheet, link type. Okay. Oh, this is not. That's not what we were supposed to be doing. This gives us a style source. Can I do anything to this? No. Not really anything here either. Okay, so style source. It probably shouldn't be a style source. It's always worked. It's always worked because it's two stringing it essentially, which is getting like the first thing out. Okay, so I want to go find a style source. Let's go take a look at this. I bet do you implement like deref on this? From sheet for style source. Get color location could be what we're seeing. Hmm. Okay, so style short, you have nothing. We have this location. Pub crate location? Interesting. We impulse style source, we get collar location. That looks to me like what we're getting. Into sheet. Self.inner, which is the sheet. Okay, maybe. Into style. That might be what we want. Into style. Let's try into style. So I want into style. That's a private function? What does it mean by pub crate? I could also do this as just maybe a style new. That might be better. Okay, let's. Okay, so change this into a style new, like that. Pull you in. Okay, so you're upset. The trait bound style source from stir is not satisfied. Oh, for style source, right. What are you? The trait bound style from stir is not satisfied. The trait from sheet is implemented for style source required for. Okay, so it's not style new. It's maybe like style something else. Style from. There's a couple different ways that we can do this. I think oh, what? Okay, I need to go look at the documentation for stylist now. Okay, so crates stylist. I believe we have U, otherwise it wouldn't. Like we have the U feature enabled, so that shouldn't be a problem. Now they're using a CSS here for class, but then classes doesn't seem to be really happy with that. Okay, so here's the style string. Huh. So the style string is that style new and then unwrap. Okay, so if we style new, pass it in this string, and then we unwrap you, that gives us this style. Okay, gives us that style. And then, okay, mismatched. So this should be a style now. The trait bound from stir is, doesn't it be like just to owned or something like that? No. Is not satisfied. Do I need... What are you upset about? Because like style new should work with this. Am I missing a trait? No. What are you upset about? Okay. Back to documentation. So this is literally showing us. Oh, this is style. Like that. Oh. Style macro. Okay. Never mind. Let's try the style macro instead of the CSS macro that we used last time. Okay. Style macro. Okay, no error. Yeah, that worked. Look at that. No more really weirdness inside of this. So everywhere that we were doing these things, oh man, look at that. We got errors everywhere. Okay, that's cool. I wonder if we had those before and I just didn't catch them. That's not necessarily good. Also, why is this still 0? Because you don't... Oh, is it 0 when it renders? And it's not 0 when it runs. Okay, so hold on. Arc style, task edit buttons. Okay, so we have this. in the delete on click. Interesting. Because BB link route to edit task and pass in the ID like this. Okay, so edit task is an A tag. Href to task add. Yeah, I am a task you can complete. It doesn't find anything at all, so it's 0. Okay, so we're still a not good state. Okay, that makes sense. So you are not what we're expecting at all. Okay, so we need to go into uRouter and take a look at how we can extract that out. Fine, I'll go to you and look at it here. All right, so I want path segments. So we have this colon ID there, which we should see in the router. Okay, so like here's colon ID here, colon ID here. Okay, so path segments. Okay, so then we have the match in the switch, which then, okay, so like this post ID string, same, okay, it's the same as that. So edit task ID U32 at that, okay. Edit task ID 32. Okay, so that so far so good. Okay, so they're not showing us that. So let's head back to the task edit buttons. We're using this use location. What other use can we use? So there's use location, navigator. That's it. Okay. So use location. We unwrap you. Then okay, so I can get now this ID I think is not what we expect it to be. So I don't think it's oh, maybe it's a path variable? But that's a no, that's like the actual path. It's not a query. I don't think it's a state. That doesn't make any sense. But maybe we need to go take a look at how use location is implemented. There's also use route, a hook to access the current route. Maybe use route. Okay. Let's change you to the just something. I'll just do that to make you happy for a second. Okay, type annotations needed for this. Okay, so for this route, we're going to say I want you to be the route. Okay, so we know that you exist. So we unwrap you, and we have what the route is. So task ID is now going to be match on this. So match on something. You don't know what you're going to be. So it's going to be like route, edit task ID, and make you just return the sum ID. Okay. What? No. What? What? Rust Analyzer. Rust Analyzer. What are you doing? That is not where you put those things. Okay, we already did edit task. You yeah, you just Rust Analyzer, you just hang out there. You just take a vacation. Okay, so home, create account, login. These will all become nuns. Add task will become a nun, and one task we get this here, and you become the sum ID. Everything else becomes a nun. I wonder if this is it. Okay, so back to you. Hey, look at that. Okay, so when we click into here, we look at edit. Now that is going to href tasks. Yep, the right ID. Okay. So now we should be able to come back to Cypress again, rerun all the tests. And now I think everything should work. Yep, everything is working now. Okay, excellent. Okay, so I also want to check out, since I have a little bit of extra time today because I'm not working. Okay, so all of that is working. Let's I want to find these things. Actually, you know what? I want to verify that those things are like, were they in there before? Did I just do something incredibly bad in the course? And I'm gonna have to make an addendum to fix that. So let's commit these. This is finished update. And I want to switch back to main. Yes, I know. You're going to be really upset, but you should still work. Oh, yeah. Look at that. These are still in here. So, oh, wait. I'm in an infinite loop, render loop? Why am I in? Okay. I'm no longer in infinite render loop. Ooh, look at this. Okay. I figured I would have caught that if it was a problem, but like I don't know. I might have just not seen this at all. That's not a problem. Okay, so you stylist has changed with a new version that causes that to be an error. So we need to go in. So this div, for example, right here, we have this class. When we switch back over to the other this branch, we then get this entire fun thing. Okay, so fixing that next. Now this branch is the section. This is the nav bar. Nav bar. No. Oh yeah, nav bar. So we create class equal style sheet. Where's that style sheet? Right here. So we want to use style instead of CSS. Import you. Just by doing that, nothing happens. Oh, we have an error. That's why. The trait bound class is from result. Oh, right. We have to unwrap you. Yep, that's exactly what that is. So we have to find all the locations of where these are and fix them. Okay, that's gonna be fun. So we have somewhere I have a README. Okay, so we have update that, review the change log, update the solution to 0.2. Okay, so we have to set Docker to run the Express server, possibly run Docker the system prune, start the front end, run the Cypress tests. We will have lots of errors. Update the cargo.toml. So potentially add in Rust workspace. I wonder if I don't want, I wonder if for this example, I just want to open up. Yeah. I want to add in Rust workspace and then make sure it works with like both, like everything. Update cargo.toml. Okay, so you needs the CSR feature now. Run the server. Okay. Then like, okay, fix problems. Okay, so problems include well, I get just like all the errors. And then stylist is putting I guess like string. I mean, what would we call that? Like that was a string, like a panic string, a debug string. Debug string into classes. Switch to style macro instead of CSS macro. And then I think it works. Then we run the test again and everything is happy and good to go. So this will be a thing. It should probably be a long video. We're probably gonna do that next time I'm streaming. Which next time I'm streaming is probably gonna be next week on Monday. Let's see. Yeah, Monday I should be available to stream. If it's not Monday, it'll be Tuesday definitely. But it's like this time of year is always a little bit weird. I'm doing some traveling and I don't know if I'm going to be available. So if I do stream, it will be very like I don't really foresee myself streaming. Probably going to try to get a lot of sleep if possible. I'm visiting family too, which is not always easy to get sleep during that time. Okay, so a couple things. First off, Julian, if you want to join the community, I have a Discord channel. There. And then you can chat with us. I know it's not like the same course help, but if it still holds true. If you want to describe what the thing is after you're working on it and getting it working, then we'd love to sort of not necessarily give you a solution, but try to help understand. And I'll be on and off today, sort of like today and over the weekend. And then I am stacking. You have a really good point. We're gonna need to figure out these things. I'm gonna create a policy this probably by the time of next stream. I want to create a policy for like how we do help, how we help people from our own community, from other communities, and like what the rules of that are. Probably won't be like any like hard and fast rules, but like it'll be guidelines. And then we can add that into a channel in Discord. And then basically just say like, hey, just go take a look at this if you violate it. Otherwise, it can be just sort of guidelines for like, here's how we do help. I think that's good enough. At least it'll get us started. And then after that, Mr. Halsey is streaming. So let's go and raid Mr. Halsey. He does a lot of, he's doing software and game development. What is he doing specifically right now? It's too not zoomed in for the tiny. I see Twitch emotes. I don't know if it's like a Twitch app type thing, but let's start a raid over for Mr. Halsey. Can I? Oh, I used. Oh, come on. Apparently, I can't look at chat and set up that raid at the same time. That's cool. Let me make this full screen and try this again. Raid Mr. Halsey. Okay, I can kind of see chat. So, anyways, start raid. As I mentioned earlier, I'll be back next week on Monday or Tuesday, and we'll continue with this. We'll record the video for updating U0.20, and then after that, we should be free to start working on a major new project, which is going to be the LMS itself. I have already started working on that, but we're going to continue on it. So with that, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for staying with the raid if you came in with that. And I hope that you all have a great rest of your day and see you next time. Bye.
Something else on Natter. This little chat client here, and yes, it does freeze.